The era of peace is over, and the dawn of a new restless America is rising over the mountains of Montana. While the world remembers 1969 for the moon landing in Woodstock, the Dutton family remembers it as the year the fences started to feel a little too small. Welcome back to Wild West Screens. Today we're breaking down everything we know about the newly surfaced chapter in the Sheridan verse, Yellowstone 1969. For years, we've been tracking the bloodline from the wagon trains of 1883 to the Depression-era grid of 1923. But as of March 2026, the rumors have finally coalesced into reality. This isn't just another prequel. It's the bridge that finally connects the Old West of Spencer Dutton to the modern empire of John Dutton III. The late 1960s was a time of total cultural upheaval, and the Dutton Ranch was right in the crosshairs. The frontier was officially meeting the counterculture. In 1969, the ranch isn't just fighting cattle rustlers, it's fighting a changing American identity. The early leaks and teasers suggest a story where the ranch struggles to adapt to a world that no longer respects the code of the West. We're looking at a Montana caught between growing government overreach, the rise of powerful land developers, and a younger generation that is starting to question the very legacy they are supposed to inherit. This is the era where the Duttons stop being pioneers and start becoming the protectors of a dying way of life. Now, let's talk about the heavy hitter. The rumor mill has been spinning for months, and the name that keeps surfacing as the patriarch of this era is none other than Matthew McConaughey. If the reports hold true, McConaughey is set to play a seasoned, weathered version of a Dutton leader, likely the father of a young John Dutton. Alongside him, rumors are swirling that Cody Fern or Lucas Till might step into the boots of a young John Dutton III, showing us the exact moment the Costner version of the character began to harden into the man we know today. We're also hearing that Spencer Dutton might return in his twilight years, acting as the bridge between the generations and passing the torch and the burden of the ranch. Every Yellowstone story needs a fuse, and in 1969, that fuse is the industrialization of the West. Corporate interests are no longer just looking for grass, they're looking for water rights and development potential. The story is expected to dive deep into, first things first, generational clashes, aka the old guard trying to hold the line while the world moves toward the 70s. Then the rise of the reservation. We're likely to see the early leadership of the Broken Rock tribe as they begin to assert their own sovereignty against the ranch. And of course, the train station origins. We will finally see how the family's most brutal traditions were formalized during a decade of social unrest. Expect a massive shift in the visual palette. While 1883 was sepia and 1923 was amber, 1969 is going to be saturated in that raw, grainy Kodachrome aesthetic of the late 60s. We're talking about vintage Ford pickups, denim on denim, and the contrast between the pristine beauty of the Bitterroot Valley and the encroaching modern sprawl. Sheridan is reportedly leaning into a more character-driven and intimate style for this one, focusing on the psychological toll of holding on to an empire during a time when everything else is being torn down. As of late March 2026, production is moving into high gear. While 1944 is still the immediate focus for the studio, Yellowstone 1969 is being positioned as a 2027 premiere on Paramount+. This follows the pattern of Sheridan releasing these chapters in waves to keep the Dutton saga constantly unfolding. 1969 is the story fans have been begging for. It's the missing link. It's where we find out what made John Dutton so cold, what made the ranch so isolated, and how the family survived the most transformative decade in American history. So, I'm putting it to you. Is Matthew McConaughey the right man to lead the Duttons through the 60s? And do you think this is the season we finally see the origin of the modern John Dutton? Drop your theories, your casting picks, and your predictions in the comments below. Let's get the conversation started. And if you're as invested in this bloodline as I am, make sure to like and subscribe to Wild West Screens. Stay gritty, stay wild, and keep that fire alive. I'll see you on the next trail.